Welcome back to Key Talk Media. This your host, Key Talk. Check it out, man. Alright. I'm gonna give a shout out to Notification Gang, Key Talk Gang, give it all the the same thing for rocking with me every single video. If you listen to my voice right now, go ahead and like the video and hit the notification so you get a notification every single time I drop a video. So the rapper that goes by the name Hotboii, I had pretty much reported on him about 4 months ago. He was actually on a run for a RICO charge. He got charged with a RICO, and then they actually let him bond out from a RICO, which is kind of rare. But while he was out on bond for the RICO, he ended up getting caught with more drugs and weapons again inside of a car. While he was actually on the run for the RICO, he actually posted some of his lyrics online pretty much in his Instagram account that pretty much said, tell a judge I said to stop interfering, I'm going up, which is pretty kind of disrespectful, especially to a judge that he's going to have to see eventually. Now, he did end up turning himself back in for that RICO charge. You already know, but he's in there right now, and his mama just came out and sent a long letter to the judge, pretty much begging and pleading for the judge to let her son out of jail again. Now, of course, she probably talks to him often while he's inside of there and just probably hearing the stories that's going on inside of that cage, I'm talking about? Anyways, I'm gonna let y'all know exactly what the letter said. Honorable Judge Wilson, good morning. I'm in search of answers that I probably can't get from you, but I feel like the system or the attorney that was retained to defend my son, Javari Walker, and of course as Hotboii, has failed him. I sit and I watch the case unfold while trying to keep stress levels down, but it's hard to do when my son sits in a jail cell for 23 hours a day. There's co-defendants that was picked up under the RICO sitting operation that was caught in an act of committing crimes that has been released without a bond. Now, of course, maybe some of his other people, at least without a bond. Yeah, that's kind of strange. See, first of all, Hotboii was released, but he actually had a bond. She's saying that some of his co-defendants have been released without a bond. I don't know, that's kind of confusing. But anyways, my son that is innocent and allegedly committed RICO-related crimes activities sits in jail waiting for his attorney to submit a bond motion that seems to never get submitted at all. I get it from Mr. Mazan is live and delays. I'm not here to bash Mr. Mazan at all, and I'm guessing Mr. Mazan is probably his lawyer, but I am in search of somebody that can help my son come home to his family. I'm really at the point to wanting to write a complaint to the Bar Association. Of course, the Bar Association, that's what the lawyers got to go through. So if we got an issue with like a lawyer, you want to write to like the Bar Association as it relates to Mr. Mazan. So she's pretty much threatening to write the Bar Association about Hotboii's lawyer, pretty much saying he ain't doing his job right. Anyways, about as it relates to Mr. Mazan's inability to properly defend my son, which is his job, he has been paid in full to do. Of course, y'all talking about they got the big racks. Y'all talking about they already paid the lawyer in full, and they still feel like he's not doing everything that he could do. Anyways, Mr. Mazan made a confession in open court that his client, my son, did not admit to him about the street weed. Javari never said to Lyle that he admitted to having street weed. Lyle admitted to other family members, other business associates of Hotboii's team, as well as to myself, that Javari never confessed to him that he had street weed. I even spoke to Mr. Mazan, not to say that in court because it wasn't true. I have asked him to retract that statement several times, and he have yet to do so. I recently asked Mr. Mazan for an update, and he sent me a video of him and his mother. I guess it's his mom. It's an older lady with shades and rapping a notorious BEGS song, which really upset me because meanwhile my son, which is a mama's boy, sits in jail cell because his attorney's inability to properly defend him. Again, I'm not here to bash Lyle, and I do not know what his intentions were, but my perception is all that matters to me at this point. So pretty much she's reaching out because she feels really bad about her son. Of course, you know what I'm talking about, but the people that's supposed to help his son is kind of like playing around. You get what I'm saying? They don't seem like they taking it that serious, especially if she calls him and they answer the phone and they're with their grandmother singing a notorious BEGS song. Anyways, now I told y'all before and I'm gonna tell y'all again, it's almost as if society or they don't really care about the rappers anymore. You know what I'm talking about? That like, especially when you get into like the court systems and stuff like that. It's based off, since they always feel like the people they're only talking about violence and killing and stuff like that, they don't have any hope for them anymore. They don't care about them, especially when you get into some type of law enforcement systems, especially if like for instance Hotboii case, he kind of made fun of the judge before he actually went in. So you know what I'm talking about, that's not they're not gonna try their extra effort to try to help him out, even though it is a lawyer. But everybody knows that a lot of the lawyers are friends with a lot of the judges, which are friends with a lot of DAs, and it pretty much is all connected. Anyways, her letter continues and says, I feel like my son has been singled out because of his celebrity status, and that's not fair or just. He was invested so much money trying to prove his innocence while being out in very expensive bond. I'm not an attorney, but the case that revoked my son's bail has been dropped, and I don't know how it works exactly, but I'm asking, begging, and pleading to reinstate bond on my son's RICO case so he can come home. Please, Lau. I've given you chance after chance after chance to honestly communicate with me, do your job, and all I've gotten has been lies and delays. So Lau actually might be his lawyer, because now she's making the end of her message directly to him. Unfortunately, my son, your full retainer was paid up front. Yeah, that is his lawyer. Up front, and to get another attorney at this point would be extremely expensive, which wouldn't be a problem if my son was home working. He sits in jail cell waiting for you to properly defend him. So hopefully you will start taking things serious enough to defend your client. And Lau, please do not call or text me as it relates to this email. However, I am completely open to communication about your progression in my son's case. I have attached a text message screenshots between Lau and my son's father, Vernon Walker, where Lau admits the street weed confession never happened. The second attachment in the video I mentioned Lau sent me when I asked for a case update. The other two screenshots of me asking for yet another case update. So pretty much she's sending all this to the judge, just pretty much trying to let the judge know, hey, man, I got this lawyer, but this lawyer is not doing what he's supposed to be doing. He's not properly defending my son. And also, talking about if we was to drop this lawyer and get another lawyer, that would just be extremely too much money. We've already paid all his fees to this lawyer. So we would get another one, we have to pay all those fees as well. And my son isn't out of jail right now. So, talking about we ain't got the money to just keep on, talking about firing lawyers and getting other lawyers. We just really need this lawyer to work. Anyways, now everybody knows the RICO cases don't play no type of games at all. Talking about all they need in the RICO cases show that you're doing anything in furtherance of the gang. I mean, they got the whole YSL locked up. Some of them locked up just for the fact that they had on YSL shirts. Talking about the fact that they was advertising some of the merch. Talking about, of course, a lot of them other got violent crimes as well, but it also done making music with the lyrics and the actual music. And of course, the lyrics are always going to be a thing that they use in the RICO cases in order to keep the artists, behind bars, and also just to create the perception of who the artists actually are, whether it be to the judge, whether it be to the people, prosecutors, to anybody it could be. Anyways, and also it's not a smart idea for you to make fun of the judge before you actually go get locked up. That was probably one of the absolute worst things that he actually did, because in the letter his mom pretty much said, man, he was working on, when he was out on bond, he was doing everything he possibly could, talking about. And then she also said that the case got dropped. So that case where pretty much he got found with more guns and drugs, which is what actually got him the bond revoked. She said that case was dropped. So if that case was dropped, she's like, why can't y'all just let my son out of there? Anyways, let me know something. Comment down below. Let me know what you think about this entire ordeal. I'm out.